Morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Hope it's been a good week and that you have some fun plans for the weekend. It is Super Bowl weekend. Fun, fun, fun. Although I'm not really excited about the teams this year, but hey, whatever. Who wins, who wins. Maybe I'll root for the Eagles. I'm not a huge Chiefs fan. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk about what's been in the news this week. We're going to cover a couple of surveys for this week that talk about housing appreciation, the economy, and so forth. But going to go back to that BLS report that had the 800,000 plus job creations due to that population control number, and I got a little more information on that. And just so you're aware, that population control number, the reason why it was so high, it was because it counted all the immigrants, and it made the assumption that all these new immigrants into the United States were working. So that report really was quite far off. And if you want to take stock in the jobs creation report, you should really look at the ADP report, which reported, about the 106,000 jobs. So covering that there. So a couple of surveys that came out this week. The Conference Board, which is a meeting of some of the top CEOs in the country, there were 142 participants, and they believe that a recession is coming. And 50% of those CEOs said that they will slow or freeze hiring. So why is this important? It's because every time we move into a recession, interest rates drop immediately following that recession or right during that recession. So this is why we do believe most people believe we're already in a recession, but if you don't believe that we're headed to that, and why we believe strongly that interest rates are coming down. The historical data supports that anytime you move into a recession, interest rates do come down. This week as well, the CoreLogic home value appreciation came out, and for the year 2022, there was 6.9% appreciation in homes. There were 121 consecutive months of appreciation over the past couple of years in home values. That's a huge number. We're just now starting to see a little bit of decline from that peak. We're down 3%. We do expect the numbers for January to be down a little bit as well. But even now, the Housing Economic Survey, which there were 117 participants in this, and this is some of the top economists in the world, those people that follow them, including Barry Habib, who's really kind of my go-to person for everything about the housing market. They expect appreciation in home values to be 23.3% over the next 5 years. That's a huge number for people that are purchasing now. This is what you need to get in now, because the longer you wait, the more expensive homes get. So get in now while you can. Mortgage applications, we've been talking about this since the start of the year, and the reason why is because we're seeing activity is up. So mortgage applications went up 7% from last week. Purchase applications were up 3% week over week, but they're down 37% year over year. But why are we pointing that out? Because you can see that we're trending up now. Refis are actually up 18%. So that speaks to some of the news where people are saying, hey, the interest rates have been going down. Although we'll talk about the market here at the end of the segment, and I'll show you the charts. But week over week, year over year, down 75%. So that just shows you just how much less activity we have because of volume and the interest rates being higher. But now that they're coming down a little bit, things are ticking up. And I'm hearing stories of people submitting offers that coming in with some appraisal gaps, doing waivers on the inspections. So it looks like the market's heating up a little bit. And then today, there's a big market mover today, and that was because the central bank chief announcement was made for Japan. And rather than it being Amamiya, it's going to be Ueda. And Ueda tends to be a hawkish member. So the idea behind the market right now is that that member being more hawkish, if they change the yield, that could affect the European market treasury yield, and that conversely is not good for us. So let's take a look at those charts right now, and you can see that we are down 22 basis points for the day. We took a really heavy hit yesterday, and you can see coming off of last week, the numbers are way down. So yes, this week we have seen higher interest rates, and we're hoping that we'll be able to bounce back next week. And next week's important because the CPI report comes out, again, a measure of inflation, and the numbers should be good. So that's a market mover. So maybe if all goes well, we'll see some sound movement in the market next week down in interest rates. We'll see. But just know that right now rates have been up this week due to the market. All right. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. You can reach me at 303-249-2728. Feel free to like, share my videos. Do appreciate that. Have a great weekend. Go Eagles, I guess, and I'll see you next week.